Hi, writers. We are almost finished with our personal narratives. We have generated ideas. We have turned off that inner editor so that we could get our thoughts on paper. We have revised and revised, and now we are ready to edit and get our piece ready for publication. And when we when we edit our own work, it's kind of tricky, right? Because it's hard to see the mistakes that we write. Okay, so I want to give you a strategy that can help you with that. Writers find mistakes in their writing by reading their work out loud. Okay, we do this because our brains work faster than our mouths do, sometimes, not always, right? Um, but if we're just reading something silently, our brain has a way of fixing mistakes that it sees, so it doesn't even recognize that they're mistakes. When we read out loud, we have to go a little bit slower and we can hear how our words sound. And that's going to help us decide whether we like the words that are there. It's going to help us find more mistakes and it's going to help us fix the way that our writing sounds. So I'm going to show you what this looks like with just one paragraph of what I've been working on. Okay, make this smaller so I can edit it. When we broke for lunch, I made a beeline to the restroom. Beeline for the restroom? I think that the phrase is you make a beeline for something, not to something. Made a beeline for the restroom to wash my hands. The facility's owners had put out extra bottles of hand soap in addition to the pumps built into the sink. That seems like a lot about soap. Who cares that the facility's owners had done this? Maybe I just want to say extra bottles of hand soap line the sink. Extra bottles of hand soap lined the sink. One, obviously, we want to capitalize proper nouns, right? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, I said to myself as I scrubbed my hands, counting to 20 out loud. Counting out loud to 20? Counting to 20 out loud. I think it's okay. I dried my hands with a paper towel, used it to open the door, then awkwardly held the door open with my foot as I reached to throw the paper towel in the trash, trying desperately not to touch any surfaces with my immaculately clean hands. Okay, so for one thing, whenever we see a red squiggly line, we know that's going to be a misspelled word. So let's do immaculately, right? And then this sentence feels very long, right? There's nothing wrong with a long sentence as long as it's grammatically correct, and this one is, but it feels long, it feels kind of rambly, so I'm going to divide it up. I dried my hands with a paper towel, used it to open the door, then awkwardly held the door open with my foot. Period. I reached to throw the paper towel in the trash, trying desperately not to touch any surfaces with my immaculately clean hands. See? If I had just read that, I probably would have seen, if I had just read it in my head, I probably would have seen immaculately because it was underlined for me. But some of those things, like made a beeline to versus beeline for, if I hadn't read them out loud, I wouldn't have heard them. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you to try this strategy today. Read your piece out loud. When we're done with this video, I'm going to read my piece out loud one more time just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes when I was fixing my mistakes. Okay, so give that a try and see if we can make our personal narratives sparkly and shiny and ready for publication. All right, good luck, and I'll see you soon.